Suzanne Bunting, 13212 and 13230 Boca Ciega Avenue. And these properties are directly across from the foundation property. So I have a concern about the immediate impact. If I may, I'd like to submit these pages of petitions. There are about 50 signatures here that of people in the neighborhood, own homeowners and residents who are opposed to the approval of the cupola. May I submit them?
You can submit them. What I'm interested in is hearing testimony as to how this may or may not impact the evidence. And unfortunately, these people aren't here being sworn in. Have you seen these petitions? Here, review them.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with it here. Yeah, let's
Make it quicker.
Yeah, I want to point out that these bunnies not arrested us as a neighborhood.
I think you indicated what you own, 2 properties in the neighborhood?
Yes, I do. I might.
Good enough for me. Go ahead.
And I struggle, quite frankly, to keep them going and maintain them. I mow the lawns myself. I pay the taxes. I try to provide good housing for the tenants. I am very concerned about the addition of this cupola. I think it will adversely impact the neighborhood. It's an inconsistent, incompatible structure. The other architectural elements that were previously referred to, as far as I know, are not cupolas. They are structural parts of the roof, and I believe they're more in line with a skylight. That's a circular skylight at the top of the buildings than some that were originally approved with the original design and not added on. And they look like residential ornaments, not something inconsistent. I'm concerned about mainly about the compatibility, but I'm also concerned about the use. But before I do that, I just want to speak briefly and explain that the history of the changes of this property and the subsequent changes of orders were not always made aware to the residents in the neighborhood. So, for example, while I knew there was an open code violation, I didn't know that a hearing on the code violation could result in a modification of Mr. Langford's original order. The subsequent order, change of order dated November 2008, which substantially changes some of the provisions in Mr. Langford's original order, was something that was done between the attorney and the applicant, and we never received any kind of a notice about that there might be a change of order based on some other information that was being presented. So none of us had any opportunity to give the attorney or the special master another view of what the information was concerning this, I guess it was Section 716, the Religious Freedom Act. Having had 2 changed, modified orders, the last one at least was non-pro-tonque. It was a non-pro-tonque order. I thought non-pro-tonque orders corrected clerical errors, not change the substantial condition.
Those
are not issues before you?
First of all, your time's about up, so I want to try to redirect you to the issues before me. Secondly, those orders are the orders. I don't think they were ever appealed. They are the existing orders, and I obviously had nothing to do with it, but that's the status of the record that comes before me at this time.
Okay. Then I think I'm opposed to this because I think it will substantially change the neighborhood. I'm worried about my property value. I think that it could deter or maybe cause a problem for me when I want to resell it. I think if the cupola is decorative, then it's not necessary to the exercise of the religious practices. I think that that Dr. Newton said they're using the chapel for prayer, so I don't see what that really has to do with the statute about religious freedom. And And I also would like to point out that the foundation is a foundation, not a church. It's a foundation. And that there is, I don't think there's any issue about that not having the cupola burdens either the foundation or participants from practicing their religion. And so there's really no issue about that.
Thank you very much. Anyone else?